So we finally got our first look at Power Rangers Prime, the brand new ongoing Power Rangers comic book series from Boom Studios. Now, I made a video showing my raw reaction when the article first dropped, but if you're stumbling across this video for the very first time, this video will be me breaking down everything that was announced in that article, breaking it down some of the pages, and speculating on what we might see and what we know of so far. So if you want to stay up to date with Power Rangers Prime news, info, comic reviews, theories, and stuff like that, this is the place to be, so hit that subscribe button and share it around on social media. Not only that, this is the place to be for all Power Rangers news in general. So in July 2024, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic books came to a close with the finale of Darkest Hour, ending its 8-year run. Power Rangers Prime will be the new ongoing comic book series that will follow old and new characters in the Power Rangers franchise. Now, this series will be helmed by Melissa Flores and Michael YG as the artist. Now, Melissa needs no introduction. She was the writer of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic book from issue 101 to issue 122, plus the Darkest Hour finale. She was also a producer for Power Rangers back in the day, also the co-creator and writer of Power Rangers Hyperforce, and aside from Power Rangers comics, Melissa has worked on other projects such as Spider-Gwen Smash, Biker Mice from Mars, and her own series for Dead Lucky. Michael has done the artwork for series such as Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, and Axe. Now, what is the plot for Power Rangers Prime? Now, as of the time of recording this video, we honestly don't have a lot of information apart from what press releases and solicitations have put out there, but this is what we've got so far. Angel Grove University students face a difficult choice after crossing paths with a fugitive straight out of a legend. The consequences of hiding her are dire, but her existence may not stay a secret for long. We also have another solicitation blurb that says, in the vein of the Marvel Ultimates, get ready to experience a new team, new mentor, and a new threat to Earth unlike anything else you've seen before. Angel Grove University students face a difficult choice after crossing paths with a fugitive straight out of a legend, and the consequences for hiding her are dire, but her existence may not stay secret for very long. Now, Melissa did do an interview with IGN, and we have a quote from her that might shed some more light on the story about Power Rangers Prime that we can speculate on with this information. So here's the quote. When we see Lauren, she's on the run from the Eltarian police force who are hunting her down because she's a Power Ranger. And she's come to Angel Grove for a very specific reason and runs into trouble. As we follow her, we start to meet a whole band of other characters who are either going to help or hurt her, and depending on how they feel about Power Rangers. And we also see what this new Angel Grove looks like and how it came to be. So it's not the Angel Grove we remember, and there's no Zordon. So they kind of have to figure everything out on their own, and the audience gets to do that with them. Now, that quote alone shows that this world is going to be very different from the previous one we followed. Possibly, we don't know. So first up, I gotta bring up the Eltarians and how they're hunting down Rangers, and looking at one of the variants, you've got this propaganda poster going on, and a lot of comments on my original video said it sounds like a They Live scenario. Now, if you've never read a Power Rangers comic before, or you never read the Eltarian War storyline that was in the comics, the Eltarians in the comics were peacekeepers, protectors of the universe. They went out there and they made sure that everything was fine. Now, some of them went off the deep end like Lord Zed and Zardius, but it looks here they just became conquerors, and why are they hunting down Rangers, and what happened to Zordon? No idea, but stuff like that does make me raise a few eyebrows and make me want to read this series to find out what exactly is going on in this different universe. Now, if you look at the city that Lauren is in, it looks very cyberpunk-like, very Blade Runner-like, so I do wonder if Elta helped advance Earth's technology as they slowly took it over, and this is how the world turned out being, or was this a result of Billy's actions in Darkest Hour? But Melissa also did tease that this will be like the Marvel Ultimates or Power Ranger comics, so that could mean a lot of things. We could be getting a different universe, another multiverse in the comics. It's really hard to say. Now, Melissa also did say we'll be seeing familiar faces in this brand new series, but things will be very different, or they'll show up in different ways. So we can see Power Ranger characters we're very familiar with, but they'll show up in different ways with how they were introduced into the TV show, or they'll probably be very different counterparts from what we've seen before. So that should be interesting to see with how these different takes on these characters will be presented. Now, being a new comic, of course new characters are set to appear in this comic. We've seen this weird MMPR different Dino Fusion style Ranger show up on a few covers, and we've briefly seen them in a few previews as well, and what could also be the brand new team, because we see the silhouettes of all these different Rangers behind them, a yellow, a blue, a green, a light blue, and a pink Ranger, and we have yet to see their full designs to know if they're familiar characters or not. Now, I do wonder if Lauren is going to take the form of this brand new Red Ranger that we've seen on the covers, because in one of the preview pages we got when the press release dropped, we don't have any dialogue boxes, but we can see that there's this one page where Lauren goes to morph, but her morpher gets destroyed. So it makes me wonder, is Lauren going to get her original morpher fixed, or is she going to get this weird power upgrade that allows her to turn into this weird MMPL Red hybrid? I'd prefer if Lauren stays in her samurai form because, you know, it's kind of an iconic form for Lauren to have, but I also do hope we see these brand new characters take on these brand new Dino Ranger forms we've seen before. Now, seeing how Lauren is marked as a fugitive for being a ranger, it makes me wonder if the Altarians have outlawed Power Rangers and they placed bounties on their heads. The interviews and the solicitations did say be careful of who to trust, and if we're meeting a whole new cast of characters, who knows if they're going to be sus or not. But it's also mentioned Angel Grove University students, not high school students, so we'll be seeing late teens and possibly young adults with attitude. But having Lauren be what seems to be the main character of this comic from what we've known so far is an interesting pick, because Melissa could have picked anyone from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, anyone from the Zordon era. Instead, we've got Lauren. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think Lauren's a really good character that was done dirty in Super Samurai. And then the Shattered Grid comics added some more character to her. So we're going to see Lauren get expanded on in this comic book series, but not only that, we're going to see Melissa's take on the character. And I feel like having a samurai-based ranger in this futuristic city is also a really good aesthetic-wise, because, you know, the samurai outfit is based on old-school samurais, even the power-up is based on a very old Bushido samurai. So having Lauren in this futuristic setting as a samurai ranger is really cool in my opinion, and I want to see how Lauren is going to get handled in this comic and how she's going to interact being a fish out of water in this world, because Lauren is good on her own. She was meant to be the original leader of the Samurai Rangers, so having Lauren thrown into this world, meeting all these new characters, it's going to be an interesting treat to see how she handles herself. Now, also in the interview, Melissa did mention we'll see other legacy characters show up in Power Rangers Prime, one of them being a Megaforce character and possibly a Jungle Fury character showing up as well, which is an interesting pick because there are so many characters you can probably guess that will show up in Power Rangers Prime from those series. I mean, Megaforce is really hard to pick. Jungle Fury, I'm guessing it could be RJ, I'm not entirely sure. But those are some interesting characters that could show up in Power Rangers Prime if we end up seeing them. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on those characters from those series showing up in Power Rangers Prime. So yeah, that's everything we know about Power Rangers Prime from what the solicitations, what the interviews have put out so far. I didn't go into everything or the nitty gritty. I'll leave links to the articles in the description down below if you want to check them out for sure. But Power Rangers Prime will be dropping on November 13th, 2024. And of course, like always, I'll be covering it on the channel, doing theory crafting, speculations, reviews, news, covering the solicitations as they come out. I'll be talking about it for sure, so definitely stay tuned for that. So, with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to share this video around on social media. With that said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, take care, and bye.